Don't put your blame on me, 'cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. There are a wide range of opinions out there about Draymond Green, how he plays, how he behaves on the court. Some love his fire. Others think he can be a little bit of a distraction, but certainly he is the driving force and the catalyst for this team. Kenny?
Well, he's the heart and soul of the team. There's no doubt about it. He's the energizer. He's the emotional leader, and sometimes takes them too far, but he gives them that edge that they need to be a championship team.
Kenny, there was a guy that when we played went by the name of Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't the best guy on his team, but he's the kind of player you love if he is on your team,
Without
and
question.
you hate if he's not on your team.
And that's it for here. We leave kicking and screaming. See you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oklahoma City, land of the Thunder, in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, D.A., a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. And both these teams very aggressive, looking at early offense. Transition defense, I think, would be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball, Kevin. Up-tempo basketball. Right now, the pace. How do you control the pace? You got to control the boards. You got to be aggressive on the defensive end, because this game can get out of hand if you don't get back on defense.
So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. The sharpshooters, Curry and Thompson, are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Durant in at the 3.
And Durant just makes the game look so simple when he's pulling up from behind the arc.
Fires from the wing. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And here now the Thunder, following Draymond Green's 3. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Back to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Screen by Adams. Just 5 on the clock. Durant with the steal. First quarter, just over a minute played. Fires from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Robertson has it in the corner. Screen by Adams. And Robertson kicks to George. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Roberson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry dishes to Thompson. From deep. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, his splash brother might own the record, but if Curry wasn't in the league, we might talk about Klay Thompson as the best shooter ever. I mean, incredibly high three-point percentage for his career, and one of the prettiest, smoothest, nicest shooting strokes you'll ever see.
Now here's Pachulia. Picked by Pachulia. Durant for 3. They grab their own miss. Thompson passes to Curry. Curry with another miss. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the paint. Here's Westbrook. That one doesn't drop. Curry with some nice D. And with Klay having claim to best shooter, if not for Curry, let's see whether the numbers back it up. Klay has the most threes in a season for anyone not named Curry.
Well, I mean, he definitely passed the eye test as one of the greatest shooters. No wasted motion, lightning fast release. Just watching Klay is amazing with how he is able to shoot the rock.
That one goes in. Durant's got 5 now.
Durant is so tall and has such a soft release that a mid-range shot like that might as well be a layup.
Here's Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
And Curry has it in the corner. Launches it. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Oh, look at that. Just a mere flick of the wrist. So calm and smooth. Steph Curry.
Now here's Westbrook. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Outside Durant. The feed to Curry. From deep three-point range. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Green kicks to Curry. Picked by Pachulia from the arc. Durant, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Now George, following Durant's 3-point attempt. 6 to shoot. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Andre Robertson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the free throw, no good.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the first one at the line is good. And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a two-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
Here's McCall. They set the screen. Back to Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. And Young kicks it to West. And the Warriors miss again.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Christian can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 5. Here's McCall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Livingston, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the contest.
One shot, gentlemen.
Well, one interesting fact about Sean people might not know is that he was named Mr. Basketball in Illinois in his high school days. That's an honor he'll always cherish.
Here's Kristen. There's a screen by Cantor. And Kristen kicks to George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points so far.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, leading by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
On the wings, Abrinas and George. Enes Kanter is out there with Grant. And it's Kristen in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. McCaw misses. Under trailing by 5.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
Here's Livingston after Enes Kanter's basket. Baseline jumper. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Livingston's got his second basket. Outside, George. The dish to Kanter. Here's Kristen. Oklahoma City the rebound. And Kanter able to finish.
Oh, Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. West kicks to Iguodala. Pick by West. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Wow, the balance and core strength of Iguodala built for the and-one.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Iguodala. Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
And the Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for George, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kristaps. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Young, and Curry subbed in for Patrick McCaw. Flips it up off the inbound. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Westbrook.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
And here's Green outside. The shot's good on the assist by West. Green's got 6 points.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Abrinas kicks to Cancer. The shot, no good. West with some nice D.
Solid rebound there, and with the sport like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
With that violent pinball style, Draymond draws a high number of fouls inside.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault. The calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps, Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Take a break.
Yeah,
Take a
with
break.
the leg, but I mean, but with Draymond, that just comes with the territory. He presses buttons of refs and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. I mean, yeah, he'll lose out on calls, but at the end of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on their team.
Free throw good, Green. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have the record for going from worse to that best improvement. And I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step one is the figuring out that shot. Step two is how many repetitions. Step three is can you get that in game time atmosphere. You really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust, because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that, but that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done was get better at shooting free throws because the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
Durant dishes to Curry. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
No, he doesn't need much room. Steph there with the prime-time facial.
Roberson the pass to Abrinas. Adams with the screen on Iguodala. Westbrook with a wide-open look. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
The Warriors making a switch here. Pachulia's checked in. Durant against Patterson from 13. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
And deadly from pretty much anywhere on the court. Durant is a relentless scorer.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Now look, we all know how great Durant is on offense, but in my opinion, he was one of the best two-way players in the league last year. Something that he's improved upon over his career. Took it to the next level last season.
Now Westbrook out to the right wing. Here's Abrinas. Feeds it to Adams. Over Pachulia. No good off the back of the rim. And Chris, as you said, Durant playing fantastic defense that often gets forgotten. He was able to act as a rim protector for the Warriors with his ability to change shots, alter shots in that lane.
Well, Durant had a career high in blocks last season, and it was easy to see why. One, because of the system. Two, because of the players you have around you. But it's not just the blocks. He played an all-around great defense last year.
Westbrook with the bucket.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Curry kicks to Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 9. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Again, the miss by Green. Oklahoma City shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Durant kicks to Curry. Here's Green. And again, no good by Golden State.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Abrinas the pass to Adams. In the corner, it's Patterson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Patterson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, what has allowed you all to build this lead in the first half?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Ernie
Show.
Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. Well, for Golden State, taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. and the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Oh, this is like found money, completely unexpected, but it feels great when it happens.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Warriors leading by 6. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in at the center, locking down the middle.
Oh, and an NBA three-point contest champion, Clay obviously one of the best deep shooters in the game.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. From deep. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Robertson.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch.
And Adams sends it back. They get it back, and they'll keep possession. Curry wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineup. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond, Greg, has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Use it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
Dennis Cantor's checked in for Oklahoma City. David West, he's checked in for Golden State. Warriors on D. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Westbrook with the bucket.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3-ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
Curry. A shot missing, and it's Oklahoma City the other way.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
Screen by Adams. George against West from 17 feet out. George, no good.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Kicks it to Robertson. Up top, Cantor, fended by West. The three. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 12. And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 Back in 2002, in your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human. So I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now can go and get help, and the game is faster. And also, you know, we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs. And so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials, and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
Here is Durant. Steven Adams making his last shot, and he makes that one. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
At the defensive end, they've lost some of their focus since halftime.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
You got nothing, Thunder.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong, and just having another amazing season.
For Oklahoma City, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for Andre Robertson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for West. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's the steal. Here's Chris Dunn, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
I mean, look, I was going to say you're attacking on both ends, quickly going from defense to offense.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Livingston, no luck.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target. Nobody near.
Wasted no time on that one.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. That one a little long.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Here's Chris Dunn. Good on the triple. Chris Dunn's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And Young kicks to Iguodala. He feeds it to Green. Floats one up. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Green's got 10 points.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove here in the second.
There's Kristen. He has 6. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Young with the steal. The shot missing. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Right back after this break. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
You know, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Patterson the 4 with Canner in the middle. On the wings, Abrinas and George. And it's Kristen in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Livingston. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Launches it. It's good from long range. Abrinas has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Thunder. Iguodala kicks to McCaw. Golden State moving the ball around. Young with the ball. George picks him up and really deep three that time. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Not everything fell for them in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have two great examples in Cousins and Davis, two guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those three come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, two of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having the footwork and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
When you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke, right? I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Krista. And Golden State also making a change. Durant's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
All right, thank you, David. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Patrick McCaw. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Now here's Iguodala. At the top of the key, Durant, stolen by Cantor. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Count that bucket.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the former college player of the year, I mean, former MVP. I mean, Durant, the first freshman to ever earn that distinction, now at the line. Incredible.
Durant hits them both. Thunder trailing by 11. Westbrook kicks to George. From outside the arc, Robertson can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's the pass to Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 17 points for Klay Thompson.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Iguodala. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Anderson passes to Robertson. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Misses the 3.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now here's Durant. Dishes it to Iguodala. Picked by Pachulia. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. From down in the low post, it goes. Thompson's got 19 points.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Outside, George. Screen by Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good that time. And Golden State will come the other way. Iguodala wide open. Cans it from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Oh, you had to close out hard on Iguodala. He's made himself a true threat from beyond the arc.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Well, you know, some people say Andre Iguodala is on the decline as an offensive option, but his impact on the floor is still clear as day. He keeps the ball moving with his great spacing. He keeps that tempo and that pace, and he's still a strong finisher because he only takes high percentage shots that he's comfortable with.
And with Iguodala, he isn't going to be a double-digit scorer again, it seems, the former All-Star. But you know what, Chris? He is still incredibly valuable, so productive just with his floor presence.
Iguodala is a perfect example, Kevin, of a guy who can change the game without even putting up a lot of stats. The defense that he brings to the table, that isn't slowing down either.
present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And Kevin, his three-point shooting has been a big key. 12 of his points have come from downtown, and those points didn't come cheaply. He's worked hard on the perimeter aspect of his game and got good high-percentage shots.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Roberson. Outside Westbrook. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Warriors leading by 13. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. From deep. They get the rebound. It doesn't go for him. Oklahoma City's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's George. Releases from the wing and drills it. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Takes a three. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Thompson. And that's 15 points for Steph Curry.
What great footwork coming off the screen. Part of why Curry's always in a position to shoot.
And George kicks to Westbrook. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Warriors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Steph Curry.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Thompson with it. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Durant. Green, the screen. Westbrook against Durant. Shot clock at 6. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much for Kevin Durant. Okay, a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for